TGIF, it is Friday again already, and I have some great things to talk to you about today. So, thank you for joining me, everybody that's getting on Instagram and also on Facebook. We got two things going simultaneously. So, so I wanted to talk about this today because, we've been in lockdown and the economy is being tried to be dismantled. And so if you're buying into all of that hysteria, your business is really going to suffer. So the reason that I asked this particular question, it's a little bit of a trick question. Hey, Debbie. It's a little bit of a trick question by asking, how you can get immediate results in your business. The fact is that you're always getting immediate results. And so when you ask that question, that's not what you really meant. What you really meant is, how do I make more money? How do I attract more clients? How do I generate my business so that it's thriving? So today I wanted to share with you 8 important energetic tips that, if any of these are off, it's going to affect your ability to manifest and generate clients, which are going to give you money. So the one thing that I really need you to understand, this is like the main part of everything that we're talking about today, is that when you're getting those immediate results, that's giving you important information, whatever the results are. Like, you might be not attracting any clients. Well, that's an immediate result of what's going on energetically in here. And so that's the big, it's not a trick, but the most important thing is, like, how do we change that? How do we change what's going on here so that we can start manifesting, attracting more financial abundance and prosperity and rich resources? So just to give you just a really quick anatomy of my financial past, where I've been. So I was born and raised as a Jehovah's Witness. This is going to be really brief. Born and raised as a Jehovah's Witness in the 50s, very lack mindsets, grew up on welfare. My father was an alcoholic. So really had very tough upbringing. And then once I got married, my husband and I started our own business, and still in that grind, the grind of the slavery, free range slavery that everybody's in. Eventually I got divorced and my father died, gave me some money. I invested that in a retail flooring store with my partner at the time. And that went into bankruptcy after 5 years, in the middle of the last big economic downturn in 2008, 2009. And so then I wanted to really understand the energetic mechanics of why some people thrive and others just really struggle. So I knew there was an energetic reason. And so, based on the law of attraction, we're going to attract what we emit. So I wanted to understand this better. So I went out on a mission and worked with the shamans in Peru. Lots of transformation and growth based on all of this. And so as a result, I was also working with Dr. Hawkins Scale, which went to 1,000. And after about 25 ayahuasca journeys in the Amazon over 5 years, I broke through the Hawkins Scale. And so this is the new foundation for the system that that I bring forward. So everything can be measured. And so that is actually my first tip. And as I hear Roma in my ear, if you have anyone that you think would benefit from this, please share this with them. Put their name in the comments. I guess we do that on Facebook. I don't know how that works on Instagram. But, share this with people. Tag them in this, and then they can even watch it as a recording. Because this is really valuable and important information that's probably not being shared enough out there, and maybe not enough people even know that this is possible or even how to do this. So the number one tip to manifesting more wealth, abundance, prosperity, clients that are going to pay us money, is making sure that our money vibration, which is something that can be measured, is at a high vibration, because you're going to attract based on that. If you have a low money vibration, that's what you're going to manifest, is clients who can't pay you or no clients. So that's super important. And today we're going to do a clearing, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can raise the vibration of your money so that you become aligned to it. So it's a really powerful meditation. The second thing is that you have to energetically be able to receive. Now, you might think, well, of course, everybody wants to receive. That's the whole point, right? Yes, and most people are great givers, especially women. However, if their left hand, this might be reversed in the cameras, but if their left hand is blocked, you are not going to be able to allow yourself to receive. So it's not about whether or not people give to you. There's always people out there that want to give to you, that need your help and services. But if you can't allow it because that energy is blocked, you're not going to receive what's out there waiting for you to bring it in. So that's 2, allowing yourself to receive. 3 is having a lot of anger in your space. Now, right now, there's a lot of anger on the planet, right? Well, that is the opposite of flow and abundance. Anger is usually over fear, which is another one of those vibrations. I'll get to that in a minute. But a lot of anger. So people are really angry, and they're using this anger as fuel. Like when they feel angry, then they can get things done. If they beat themselves up hard enough, they'll get that thing done. It's not a sustainable use of your energy, and it's not even actually your ultimate power. Your ultimate power is not an angry power. Your anger should be used to correct some injustice that you see. It's not, which is what most people are doing, is they're holding on to this anger as a reminder to never let themselves be abused again or taken advantage of or whatever. But it's not serving you. It's bringing your vibration down. And so even if you think you're managing it, like you're biting your tongue and you're not blowing up, most people still have 50% anger. And so even that much anger is going to keep you in those lower frequencies that are not going to allow you to fully manifest. And so that 50% anger, you're not going to feel angry, but you'll just probably feel kind of just annoyed all the time and just kind of irritated, like that kind of buzz in the background where, you could get angry pretty easily, but you manage it, So that 50% is still going to affect your ability to manifest a higher vibration of clean money. So that's I think that's number 3 or 4. That was 3. Okay, 4. Running family programs. So you're going to be hearing a lot more about how we've all been programmed. Maybe you've already been hearing a lot about that. We've been programmed. So if your money programs have been set by your parents who had lack mindsets, or they had to prove their worth and value before they could really feel like they earned the money, and like myself, having grown up on welfare, when you bring those programs, they're already implanted in your energy field, and you're trying to operate through those filters, that's what you're going to keep manifesting. And it's like, well, yeah, my dad was a really hard worker, and my mom, she was the best martyr, but those again are not sustainable ways of stepping into this new paradigm where the hard-working martyr is going by the wayside, and women are stepping more into their magnetic energy. So that those programs have to be eliminated, and there's a way of energetically being able to do that. 5, fear. So I already mentioned that, but fear kind of comes in 2 flavors. One is there's actually, we'll start with fear beliefs first. So fear beliefs, those beliefs, a lot of those are programs. that keep you in some mental loops, like fear of being a failure, or fear of the unknown, or fear of the future, or fear of not having enough, being enough, or doing enough. Any of those fears of not enoughness, that's exactly what it's going to create. Law of attraction, right? So those are programs that can be found in your energy field and released so that you don't keep magnetizing more of the same programs that your parents ran and their parents, etc. And then the other way that fear shows up is the 1% controlling influence over the whole planet. They use fear entities to control the masses. And so the way that this fear can show up, the fear has a million faces. It can show up as just being tired. It can show up as being distracted. It can show up as being unmotivated. It can show up as being depressed. So all of these energies are designed to hold you down and to stop you, to prevent you from moving forward. So fear is a very effective tool. You've seen it already with all of this pandemic stuff. That is the virus. And it's not going to end with this last pandemic. It's not going to end with the George thing. And they'll find new things, or they'll bring up old things that were really effective, only they're going to turn it up a notch. So when you see the pandemic coming back again, then you'll know what's behind it. They're trying to crash the economy. And and then if it's not that, then maybe they'll start the fires up again, or maybe who knows. They get very clever with all the ways that they're trying to make you afraid. And there's I'm not going to get into all the political stuff around that. That's not why we came here today. We came here to raise our money vibrations and to manifest more prosperity and abundance in spite of everything that's going on there. One more thing, so this is number 7, is if you're holding any percentage of shame. Maybe you have shame around not being able to make enough money, or you have other shame, family shame, or whatever your shame, if you have shame, which is another one of those things that can be measured. Shame is a very hiding energy. So when you have a lot of shame in your energy field, your clients are not going to be able to find you. And you may be doing all the right stuff, all the marketing and all the jumping through the hoops, and then nobody can find you. It's because this might be another reason, holding a lot of shame in your energy field. And then last, so you might be able to have all of that dialed in and you, because you're really a great manifester. But there's one more thing that can be done that can clear all of these spaces even more, like going a whole nother layer, another deeper layer. So if you're a healer and you're already like doing all this stuff, but you're still not manifesting money, here's another thing you can do. So I've been using avatars lately. So an avatar is just an image, like it's just using your imagination to imagine a person standing out in front of you like a hologram. And this person would represent your business space. And then you would clear this avatar that represents your business the same way you would when we've been running our energy. So if you've been following me, you know that there's a specific way that I have of running energy through your energy field in a very systematic way, which is all balanced masculine and feminine structures. You have to have a structure. That's the masculine part of your business. You have to have a structure, which is where all like your funnels and all of those structure things, that's the masculine part of your business. And so when you have that, then the feminine can flow through the structure, and then it can magnetize. So as you're putting that masculine energy out, getting stuff done, then you allow room and space for the feminine energy to come in, and that's how you magnetize with less effort. So the avatar, like once you've cleared your own energy field, that's when you do the avatar. And then you'll be able to see the difference because you're going to find energies in the avatar that you already cleared out of your own energy field. So it's really fascinating the way this works. Um, just checking to see if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, we'll just go ahead and do a clearing. Nice to see so many people on. Hey, Roslyn, and is that Joe? Some of these handles, I don't know what your name actually is. Great. A lot of people on Instagram, and then those of you who will see the recording. And Roma here's on Facebook, and Xylea, great. So, okay, let's just go ahead and we're going to do this brief meta clearing. And, one thing that maybe a lot of you don't even realize that you can actually work with me. Like if you have been doing some of this stuff, but you're still getting stuck, chances are that those are the things that are kind of in your blind spots. And that's where I come into play and where I can help you through that stuff. So the place to start, and Roma could post this for me because she's the best. The place where everybody starts is getting a personal vibrational temperature report. Then you can know how high is your money vibration, how big is your container that holds clients and money and rich resources and all of those things. How much shame and anger do you have? How much fear? What kinds of fears? Do you have people connected to you that are trying to siphon your energy off, maybe competing with you? Those fear entities, do you have those? Have you done a lot of work and now you've got all these outgrown guides that are still keeping you in those old paradigms? So there's about 40 things I check, and maybe you're just curious, you can always order one, and I do these reports without ever speaking to you, knowing anything about you. And the most important thing people say is that I nailed it. So you decide that for yourself. And that's the best place to start if you want to work with me, because I'll put some suggestions in there about what's available. So let's go ahead and get your money space grounded. So I'm going to go through this first part kind of fast because I trust that those of you who are here have already been know about my running your energy. And so we're just going to go through that really fast. So first of all, you're going to make sure that you're grounded, that line of energy that goes from the base of your spine all the way to the center of the earth. Just set that on release. Then you bring that earth energy up through your legs. And this is after you've sent roots down through the earth, wrapping around the whole earth. You're going to bring that feminine, abundant earth energy up through the legs. So it's kind of getting stuck in the calves. So maybe there's a lot of unused adrenaline in your calves that are kind of slowing that down. A lot of you guys have been doing a lot of sitting around while this has all been going on. And so now things are starting to loosen up and things are starting to open back up. And, all of you have different kinds of businesses, but you also need to keep in mind how money and how we earn money and how we spend money is all changing. So if you keep trying to do things the old way, you're not going to get results because you have to be in tune with what's happening now. And most people are putting their businesses online. So consider that if there's a way for you to do that, to start getting on board. There's no better time than now to start that. Okay, so we've got that earth energy coming up through the legs. Let's pull in your worry circle that radiates around your root. It goes all the way out to the 25th layer. So the 25th layer of your aura, it's like you're in the middle of a cocoon and there's like you're a big onion in the middle of an onion. Out to the 25th layer is where the fear entities hang out. So we don't want that in our space, least of all in our money space. So we're going to pull this fear in to the core, but we're going to send it up. So this is the new direction that Spirit has guided, at least me, to start sending these energies that are trying to keep humanity pushed down, sending them up through our central core, out the top of our head, so that we can send it off planet. If more and more people start doing that, then that would be great. Less of this garbage. Okay, so next, you're going to connect with pure source energy above your head. And you're going to start bringing that down through the top of your head. There's rings above your head. If you don't know about that, don't worry. It still works. So we're going to bring pure source down through the top of your crown into your sixth chakra. That's where your beliefs are. Down into your throat. So it's kind of stopping right at your throat. This may be where you have a hard time having conversations about money, telling people, how much you charge, and asking for that person to pay you back that owes you money. So, yeah, we need our voice, don't we, to talk about what we do. So we're going to go out to the 15th layer, both front and back of that throat, and we're going to pull in this energy where the 1% doesn't want us to talk about anything. They don't want us, they're trying to keep us apart from each other. And pushing our voice down. They don't want to hear us complain or question anything. That's their energy. So when you clear all of these energies out of your space, then you can start manifesting something different. You don't have to be in this mainstream narrative that's just leading everybody to the slaughterhouse, it feels like. Okay, so bringing this pure source down through the solar plexus, throat, heart, stopping at the heart, okay. So we're going to go out to that 15th layer. This is where the 1% hangs out in our 15th layer, that oppressive energy we feel on the planet. So you'll probably see where they show up a lot in our energy field. And then this will help you understand why things have been so challenging. Okay, great. I'm going to pull that up, 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 and out and off to the center of the universe. No, the center of the galaxy. I was told the universe doesn't have a center. Okay, so let's see, heart. So as we're bringing pure source down through the heart and then down into the solar plexus, down into that second chakra, spilling down the root, excellent. We're going to mix these two energies, the earth energy coming up through the legs with that pure source coming down the backside. We're going to mix that and bring it up the front through the second and the third and the solar plexus. Hey, nice to have you here. Up into the heart, where it goes out to the third layer. So we want to pull that energy in. That's the energy of proving your worth and value. So there's really nothing to prove. That's part of the old paradigm. We are already valuable. We're already enough. We're already lovable. So we don't have to prove any of those things. It's already true. Okay, cool. Let's pull this energy up through the throat and the six and the crown and the rings. And then it's going to cascade down through all the layers of your aura as it merges below your feet, down that grounding. Let's clear the third layer because you're in a lot of effort still. So the top, we're going to start at the top as we clear this energy, just like paint being poured over a balloon. And you just have to imagine that you know what we're doing. That's how it works. So it's so much easier than you guys have any idea, but we have all these programs that we have to work hard for a living. And so that's the lie that keeps the whole machine going. If everybody knew that it was this easy, everything would change, right? Okay, cool, as it needs to. Then we're going to clear the 15th layer, but we're going to start at the bottom. So we're going to lift all of that 1% energy out of our energy field that makes us feel oppressed, pushed down like a free range slave. And we're going to just send that off to the center of the galaxy. And 15. Then we're going to clear the 20th layer. We're going to start at the top because this is the most powerful part of our aura. It's like a big protector. It's our protector. I call it the innate warrior, your awakened predator. This layer, when it's clear and activated, has 360 degrees of awareness around, just like those predator cats and the African Nuba tribe, who never gets eaten by those predator cats because they are totally tuned in to this layer of their aura. And when this layer is clear and activated, you know that your senses, there's like really nothing to be afraid of, because you sense when there's danger or anything that's not in a high vibration. Okay, so 20. Then we're going to jump out to the 30th layer. That's the reptilian energy that controls the 1%. Start at the bottom. And as we're lifting that up, notice how it gets real heavy around your solar plexus. That's all of their effort trying to hold down our power and keep us from expanding out to the 40th layer where oneness exists. So this is slowly but surely where we're headed, and little by little more of the things that are keeping us from this layer of oneness are falling away, like all the things that divide us. And people are really feeling this whole sequestering thing, just how unnatural it feels. And it just feels wrong, right? It's, okay, I won't go political on you again. So anyway, that's where we're headed, to the layer of oneness where there are no divisions, where there's unconditional love. And all of these things that are trying to divide us, they don't matter. They just have no place out there. So the good news is that we can exist in this world, on this planet, in spite of all the chaos that's going on around here, as we lift ourselves up and out of this. So let's do the money piece. Let's see, last thing before we do the money piece. We're going to make sure your circle of reciprocity is running. Okay, I just had a low connection thing. Make sure that your circle of reciprocity is running. So you're going to bring the energy from the upper 4 chakras out your right arm. That's the giving side. You guys are great with that. And then you're going to put your fingertips together so you can allow yourself to receive as you bring that energy in the left hand, left arm. So it's not about people not giving to you. It's about you allowing yourself to receive. It sounds too simple to be true, right? But it's true. Trust me, this is what I do for a living. Okay, great. So now that energy is, you have the circle is running through the front and back of your heart, simultaneously through your throat, through that 6th chakra, through the crown, through all of your rings. Even if you don't know how many you have, it still works. Okay, so that's running your energy. That's getting clear. So that's what you do first. And then, so I have a free 20-minute meditation where you can practice this every single day. And the last part is what we're going to do now. So this is taking maybe a little longer than the regular whole running your energy, but we're finding those places that are stuck, right? So let's do the money piece now. As I was saying, you can get the link in the Instagram in my bio, and on Facebook in my link. There's also a link there where you can get the free 20-minute meditation to practice every day to get into the habit of this. So this is how you raise the vibration of your money. Is you imagine a big pile of money sitting out in front of you, and you can make it as big as you like, but it's going to have its own private separate grounding cord that goes from the base of this pile of money all the way to the center of the earth. Okay, great. So now we're going to start draining out, clearing all the people that bring your money vibration down. So it's their beliefs, their energies get in this energy field here. So let's first drain out your parents. So first your father. Yeah, a little bit. Hardworking dads. Just going to send his energy down that grounding cord of the money pile. And then we're going to release your mom's energy, that hardworking martyr. Moms, they're such hard workers. But they usually put themselves last on the list. So that's another one of those programs we don't want to bring forward. Okay, and then if you have children, they put really high demands on your money. So we're going to send them down your grounding. Yes. Okay, good. And then how about a partner, spouse, even ex-partners? Maybe they haven't been in your life for 5-10 years, but they're still, feel like they're still, courting to your money pile and wishing that you're never thrive again. So we're just going to clear all of those people out of your money pile. And then well-meaning friends. Yeah, you got some of those. They mean well, but it's not helpful. And then any well-meaning family. Got that too. They mean well. And maybe they're just competing. I don't know. Could be a lot of things. Anyway, we're draining them out of your money pile. And then sometimes business partners or your boss could be in your money pile, or work colleagues or clients. So I'm going to drain all of those out of your money pile. Okay, great. Awesome. Next, we're going to see if there's anybody we've forgotten. Apparently, whoever that is, be gone. And then there is one last energy that I always like to check. And before you do this, whenever you're struggling with your money piece, you really need to do this. So the last energy that you need to clear out of your money pile, and you might even need to do this every day because they're so insidiously in our money energy, that's the 1%. So let's clear them out because they own all the money, right? And it's kind of like most of the money on the planet is dirty money. So we want our money to be at an elevated vibration so that we attract clean money that's generated by helping transform people's lives, creating something beneficial for other people that they are willing to compensate us for. That's how clean money is really generated. So we're draining the 1% out, and then last but not least, any reptilian energy. Okay, great. So now, let's check and see what the money vibration is at now. Is that, it's not quite at infinity. Usually it is. So let me just check and see what else is in your money pile. Maybe you're just still draining. Let me. 100,000. So you're still at 250,000. So forgotten, fear. Just trying to check. There's got to be something else here. So I've checked for fear entities, people courting to your money pile. No. outgrown guides, no. Um, so before we run this through your energy field, there's one other thing I want to check. At your root, we're going to go back to you and your root. So we're just going to leave the money pile there for a minute. We're going to go out to the 15th layer of your aura. And we're going to pull in that energy of the 1% that wants to keep us in the free range slavery program. And we're just going to send the energy up through that central core so that this energy can really flow through your energy field. So now let's see where the money pile is at. Now it's at infinity. Okay, great. So now you're going to imagine a liquid gold stream of energy coming out of this money pile. And so you always make sure that you clean your energy field first before clearing your money pile. Then you're going to imagine a liquid gold stream of energy coming out of the money pile, and it's going to come into the top of your rings, recalibrating all of your dreams and your desires, your goals and intentions with money. And then you're going to give yourself permission right at the crown, and you're going to allow that high vibration of money to come in through your crown into the 6th chakra, clearing any limiting or lack mindsets right there in that 6th chakra. Then it comes down into your throat, so you can have easy conversations around money. Down into your heart, so you feel validated when you receive money in whatever form it is, whether it's rich resources, opportunities, clients that actually pay you money. Maybe you find money, maybe you pull up to the parking meter and it's full. Maybe the person in front of you at the toll pays your toll. It shows up in lots of ways. So be grateful and thankful for all of those ways, the smallest ways that it shows up. You can tell the universe what you want more of. All right, so as we bring that energy through the heart, let that stir in there and clear all the coulda, woulda, shouldas, all the ways that you're judging yourself, making yourself wrong, and clearing that program that says you have to prove your worth and value. That's not true, because you're already valuable. You're already enough. Okay, there we go. So as we bring this high vibration of money through the heart, down into the solar plexus, where it's stopping, let this high vibration of money stir in your solar plexus, clearing out all the ways that you have to push and force to make money and chase after money. All of that effort, we don't want effort. So when your 3rd chakra is flowing as it should, there is no effort. You can stay very busy, but it doesn't have to be hard. Like, you can have a full schedule. I have a full schedule: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday's my off ramp. I generally don't work Saturday and Sunday. And then on Monday is the on ramp, where you're revving back up again. So that way your week breathes. So let's clear out all that effort. So you've got the structures with the masculine energy, and then the flow of the feminine energies pulling all of your clients and opportunities and rich resources to you. As this high vibration comes through the solar plexus now, down into that 2nd chakra, spilling down your grounding. Excellent. We're going to start bringing it up the front, real close to the spine now, as it comes up through the 2nd. So it's stopping right at that 2nd chakra. And there's a lot of anger and rage in here. So you want to let that anger and rage go, because if money is like a good friend, or some people will say if it's like a lover, if you're always angry at this money, like, it's just not going to want to come around. So treat it like a dear friend, that you really appreciate those bills that come in, because those bills are the representation of what money bought you. So you have to be thankful even for your bills. So we're letting go of all that anger so that we can be grateful for any and all of the money that shows up in our life. Okay, bringing that up through the second chakra into the solar plexus. Let it stir in there, clearing more of that off, that effort. I'm glad you think this is awesome. It is awesome. Uh, yes, so we're clearing out all the effort. This is how you guys can make more money. You can get more immediate results. Now, I've done this with people, and when we were done, they open their phone and their jaw drops, and I say, "What? Someone just deposited $500 in my account." That's immediate results, right? So I'm not saying that that's going to happen with you. I have no idea how you're going to manifest, but I'm just saying you can get those kinds of immediate results. Okay, so pulling this energy up through the heart and the throat and the six and the crown and the rings, and then let this money cascade down through all the layers of your aura, especially around the solar plexus, clearing out all that effort. It doesn't have to be hard. So we're clearing all the effort out of your space. Let that just go down the grounding so it's like paint being poured over a balloon. Let's pay special attention to the third layer of your aura, and especially around the heart, so you don't have to prove your worth and value. You just be in your brilliance and your gifts, and you bring your gifts forward. And when you're fully in your power and with your gifts, and all of these things are flowing, your life flows. Like I never worry about money. I used to be on food stamps, living on the side of the road in my motorhome. So I know what it's like to struggle. I've been there. I've been through bankruptcy. I've been through all those hard things. So this is now effortless. I don't think about money. Money flows like my energy. Okay, so third layer, great. The rest of your aura looks clear. That's awesome. So the last thing we want to do with money is we're going to bring it from the upper four chakras, because receiving starts with giving from the heart first. So we're going to bring that high, clean vibration of money out the right arm as you give out into the economy. As it comes out that right arm. Excellent. And then put those fingertips together so you can allow yourself to what? Receive. Right. You allow yourself to receive. You're in charge of that. This is really taking responsibility for our lives and our way of generating money and how we bring our gifts to the world. So bringing that through the throat, clear all those ways that you have a hard time talking about money. And this might be especially hard if you live with a spouse. That's a whole another thing. But at any rate, clear yourself. Be responsible for yourself and your own energy field, because that's really all that matters. So just guess what would happen if everybody took care of themselves and they weren't in everybody else's business, right? Okay, good. So it's going through all of your upper four chakras, through all of your rings now. And so just in review, the 8 things that you, as you're just sitting in all the juice of this high vibration, the 8 things that need to be aligned energetically if you're going to manifest more money so that you can get immediate results. So 1, raising the vibration of your money. So that's number 1. Number 2, allowing yourself to receive. So that's what we did. Making sure that you don't have any anger in your energy field. We cleared a bunch of anger. Now it might not be all the anger that you have, but you know, you're going to allow yourself to receive what you can here. And then clearing family programming. There was a little bit of that today. and clearing fear entities. So we didn't have any fear entities today that we were clearing. Um, but there was some fear beliefs that we did clear. So that would be number 6. So, and then the 7 was shame. There wasn't any shame, so probably not so much in hiding, but that is another possibility. And then 8 is, we're not going to do this today, but this is another thing that you can do is create a business avatar and do what we just did to your business avatar. So that's that representation of your business that looks like a person, and you just do what we just did, all of what we just did, to your business avatar. You'll find all new energies. So, and that way, that when you step into that business space, then you're going to be aligned because you're already bringing a high vibration. Then your business is going to be aligned with everything that's going on here. So that's the magic formula that I use. And these are all going to be outlined in my upcoming book, Access Your Ultimate Power, The Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence. It's on the final pass with the editor now, and final illustrations still being made. So this is up and coming, and there is a link that you can sign up to make sure that you get to be the first to know when the book is going to be published, because I'm going to be letting you know when you can get the book for $1 for 1 day. So you're going to have to pay attention here. So that's exciting. And then again, if you want to work with me, it all starts with a personal vibrational temperature report, and then we go from there. I hope this has served you, and I would love to hear at some point on my page or on Instagram, if you have a great manifestation as a result of this, share it. Let people know what can happen. You never know. I never know. And I never cease to be amazed at all the possibilities and things that happen. I know this one guy who we did this, and the following day he made $150,000 of unexpected income because of something to do with his stocks or whatever. I don't know. Didn't matter. 150,000. He wasn't expecting it. So anyway, go out and enjoy the weekend, and until we meet again, keep asking my favorite question. How? How does it get any better than this? This is amazing. Stay in that blissful question of, I wonder. All right, sending much love, friends. Namaste. Turn all of this off now.